What's up, the internet? Hi, Amanda. I have to unmute you now.
What just happened?
What do you mean?
What just happened? I don't know. Obviously, when we were doing this, I could hear the music playing, and then all of a sudden it like glitched out really weird.
That was probably me trying to turn it off.
Got it. Okay, because
I clicked
really
the
weird.
wrong things a few times. What's up, the internet? Welcome into News from the Nexus, a podcast. News from Nexus 419. I am Kyle. Your co-host tonight, as always, is Amanda. There she is. We are here, as always, like we always are on Tuesday nights, doing our weekly podcast. We are social distance. So yes. I am at my home. She is at hers.
The cat will make an appearance, I'm sure.
Yes. We're doing this all for the first time through an app called StreamYard, which is really cool. Some of you may have seen me use it before for like my Friday afternoon AMAs, things like that. But the cool thing about StreamYard is this, and since no one's commented, I'll just do the fake one. Boom, okay. StreamYard. Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on the comment to show it on screen. Yay! So check it. If you guys comment or anything, you can interact with the show via commenting. I can pop up your comments, and you can see yourself live on the show. I see that Susie and Drina and several others are here. Say hi when you get here. All right? Say hi. That way I know you're here. It's a whole thing with me. Say hi.
Hey, see, Amanda that's Harvey. Really cool.
Hello. Because Amanda is watching this on YouTube.
I just thought I got a notification that we were live on YouTube. I thought, hey, I'm going to check it out. There it is.
That's the other thing. There's Susie. Boom. Susie says hi. See how that works? So we're live. Oh. Drina says hi.
Look at her pretty face.
There you go.
I like it.
So guys, we are live right now on YouTube and on Facebook. So check that out, right? That's a new thing.
That's pretty cool. That's
Taylor
cool.
just came. Taylor just showed up. Hi, Taylor.
Taylor
Hahn.
Taylor. Hey. Little Taylor.
Caitlin says hi. See,
hello, Caitlin.
How great is it that I can just make you pop up on the screen like that?
It's kind of cool. Like, you get to be a little bit of famous for, like, a hot second.
Right. And, like...
Now, what's kind of great is, like, when we get into that, like, question and answer portion, we can pop your question right up. Like, that's going to be great.
You can see it at the bottom of your screen. We've got a scroller. Welcome to News from the Nexus 419. Please put your questions for us in the comments, and we will feature them later in the show as Amanda's internet freaks out.
My internet did not freak out. I freaked out.
No, you got all robot-y.
Oh, did I?
And choppy, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get my phone off my
Pat
Wi-Fi.
Brown says hey.
Hey, Pat.
And then Tyler says hi. Hey! Taylor says hi. There you go. So yeah, this is a new thing. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff in StreamYard, guys. Because we can go live to Facebook and to YouTube at the same time. And because of this interactivity that it features, which is really nice.
Cool. I like it. This is real cool.
Yeah. Also, like, I got to make a dope background for it today and build some graphics and that kind of stuff that I haven't gotten to build for a while.
Yeah. So, no, I like it. I think this is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Wait till we do screen sharing. I'm such a nerd. I'm excited about screen sharing.
Well, who can we thank for our knowledge of StreamYard?
Ming.
Give him a shout out. You know he wants it.
Shout out to Ming Chen. I said his name. He'll probably pop up.
Right.
Shout out to Ming Chen.
Wait, well, we've said it 3 times now, I think. So he should appear now. It's like Beetlejuice. 3 times and Wild Ming will appear.
Right. 3 times a mile. Yes. We were going to start off with what we're watching, but I just got this story popped up in my feed just now, and I wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
Because it happened today at 3:00.
Oh, what happened today at 3:00?
Amanda, hold on to your ovaries.
Okay, hold on.
Donny Cates buys an entire comic shop's pull list for their customers.
What now?
Donny Cates bought the entire pull list for an entire comic shop for the customers.
Oh Oh, stop.
I told you to hold on to your ovaries.
That is explosive. Like that. Oh, he's... Mm-hmm. See, this just goes to show that he is just like a truly cool person.
Yes.
And like, you need to be reading his stuff and supporting him so he can keep doing cool stuff like this.
It's true. Newsarama has the story. Venom writer Donny Cates agreed to purchase the entirety of Austin, Texas comic retailer Austin Books and Comics outstanding customer pull lists, which have been placed on hold due to coronavirus.
Oh.
Dear customers of Austin Books and Comics, we have some great news. Most, if not all of you, know that the comic writer Donny Cates, an amazing show of support for not only the store, but for you as well, he has decided to pay for your pull lists. If you still had a pull list in the store as of yesterday, it is now paid up, which is just awesome. He has requested only one thing in return. The money that you set aside for your pull list now be spent at the center of Austin fandom for more things you wanted but couldn't get because of budgetary concerns. Try some new series, get a board game, buy a statue for a friend in need. Donny has shown once again that we are a community, that we each help each other out, and that is exactly what the world needs right now. Ooh.
I love it.
Yes, Donny Cates going above and beyond to support LCSs.
There you go. Just if you guys didn't know who he was and what he looked like, there he is.
Did I show him to you?
I should be.
You're not.
Oh, it says that I'm sharing my tab to StreamYard.
I have to do that.
Okay.
That's Donny Cates.
There he is. Look at him. All right, we can stop now.
I had to approve that.
Oh, neat. Okay.
I did not know that.
We're learning.
We're learning the StreamYard, guys. You're here live with us as we learn StreamYard. It's a fun thing. Yeah. So, the first segment we were supposed to have is our segment where we talk about what we're watching this week.
Yes.
And I'm forcing Amanda basically to watch two of my favorite shows. Drina.
See, he knows. She knows. Yeah. You know, Donny.
Yes, I'm forcing. Yeah, it's true. I'm a straight man, but for Donny Cates, I'd make it
right. Like, come on now.
No, I'm kidding. I
stumble. Can you get it together?
Yeah, sorry,
like you've never done this before. He is good looking, Susie. Thank you.
Yes. See, Susie says
she knows.
Good looking. Yes.
Susie knows.
But anyhow, I'm making Amanda watch two of my favorite shows ever right now. And they're shows that she had been putting off and not really watching. And I'll get to them. But that I'm forcing my hand.
One of them more willingly than the other. Like, for real.
It's fair. So we're watching Community is on Netflix, guys. It's amazing. Andrew Bendall, what's up, man? Hey. But Community is on Netflix, guys, and so we've been watching a show within a show within a show. Amanda's propensity for tapping on her phone while watching TV may not be allowing her to enjoy Community as much as she probably should, because she's not seeing all the background jokes and random things that happen in that show. But we're also watching Scrubs.
Yes.
Which she likes, which I'm happy for. But
so far, so good. We're 3 episodes into Scrubs, 3 episodes into Community. I definitely like Scrubs more than Community at this point, but we'll figure it out. We'll find out.
Well, so
I didn't like The Office at first. I didn't like The Office within the first 3 episodes. I didn't like Parks and Rec within the first 3 episodes. So the fact that I already like Scrubs is kind of amazing. And then we'll find out about Community. It does. Okay. It's fine. Ken Jeong demands my attention. So when Dr. Ken is on, I'm definitely paying attention.
That's fair. But Community does demand your attention. The thing about it is, because it's directed by the Russos, who you know from all the Marvel movies.
I don't know, Avengers Endgame.
Right. Like, there's so much you miss in Avengers Endgame. Taylor, do you remember when I introduced you and Jonathan and Alex Ely and a bunch of those guys to Community? Like, I was the one who got those guys hooked on that show. Do you remember that? Because I was thinking about that the other day. That was a long time ago. But
it's an old show.
Not that old, but a long time ago, like 10 years or more.
Like a lifetime ago in television.
It's true. So the thing about both shows that are relevant and why I've been watching Community like crazy and why I've been watching Scrubs like crazy is there are 2 new podcasts that are on my radar. The first one is Fake Doctors, Real Friends. See, Taylor does remember. I was a trendsetter a long time ago.
Stop it. There's your there's the hipster moment of Kyle's for the day. So if you were having a cocktail, you need to down it and pour another one because that's the Kyle hipster moment of the day.
I didn't say I still am. I said I was a long time ago. And they were all in high school or maybe even early middle school, late middle school. I don't know. Anyhow, but so there's Fake Doctors, Real Friends, which is Donald Faison and Zach Braff from Scrubs talking about Scrubs. It's a Scrubs rewatch podcast, which has been awesome. This week's episode dropped today. They had the creator Bill Lawrence on. It was really good. But then there is The Darkest Timeline is a new podcast. There's only 3 episodes out from Joel McHale and Ken Jeong. So it's not a rewatch podcast. They talk about Community because let's be real. If you're going to have those two together, you're either going to talk about Joel McHale's appearances on The Masked Singer or you're going to talk about Community. And the fact is that they talk about Community, but guys, Ken Jeong used to be a primary care doctor at one of the big hospitals and medical things out in California. And so he actually talks about actual real medical stuff as it relates to COVID-19. So like he had to do a whole big thing where he explains comorbidity to people.
Oh, geez.
And it was really funny. Like it's Ken Jeong being a doctor, and it's very strange.
That would be weird, but I'd listen to that. Like I'd listen to him be a doctor. Like
yeah, for sure.
I'm sure he's even funny when he's talking about comorbidity.
He is even funny when talking about comorbidity. So, Amanda, what have you been watching?
Well, I'm caught up on The Masked Singer. Me and my boyfriend have been watching Dexter, so we're almost done with the first season of Dexter. And then I've just been watching a ton of The Office. Like I'm through probably a second watch through. Like I just got to Pam just failed art school and decided not to go and repeat the course because she doesn't like graphic design. So
graphic
that's where my
is the best.
Well, she didn't like it because it's just logos. And she missed Scranton, so she had to come back to Scranton. So that's where I'm at in The Office because I've been basically we'll watch the Office Ladies episode. So this week would have been Take Your Daughter to Work Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just start from there after that episode, and then I just watch for the week and see how far I can get before we have to come back and roll it back into season 2. It's kind of the little game that I'm playing. So I've seen a lot of these episodes like multiple times.
Yeah, I'm not watching anything that isn't Community.
Yeah.
I'm watching Parks and Rec, but that's only to pass out to. So
yeah, I've just been, for my headspace, it's been the best thing is just to kind of go live at Dunder Mifflin Scranton for a while. Mm-hmm. And part of that has also been the driving force is the podcast, The Office Ladies. So
yes. Did you happen to watch? And I still haven't seen any of it. Like, don't get me wrong, I still haven't seen any of it. But I know we talked last week about Tiger King.
Yeah, and I have
not. Did you watch the new one? Okay,
I did not watch the new one yet. Actually, I'll probably maybe do it tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow morning before I go into work, I'll watch it. Everything basically, I kind of waited because everyone at work has watched it, and so then they all watched the new episode, and they were all kind of talking about it. So I kind of know what's like happening, and that it's not going to be like another episode. Like, so there's none of this like overarching narrative happening. It's kind of just interview esque. So I'm not as in a big rush to watch it, I guess, because I don't care what they think about the Netflix documentary. I just want to dive deeper into the craziness that are big cat zoos in Oklahoma.
Well, that's fair. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen a second of it, so I just wanted to give you a chance to talk about it. What have you watched anything else?
No,
Just
that's
The
it.
Office?
Like I said, just The Office has been really like dominating my time. I haven't felt the urge to start something new yet.
Well, that's fair. Hi, Nick. Nick Moose is here. Hi, Nick.
Hello. Say hi when you get here so we can pop you up.
Right. Make comments.
Yes.
Everyone, if you're here and you have any questions for us about anything we've talked about, put them in the comments and we'll feature them at the end of the show or later on in the show, because we actually have a couple of different places where we're going to be doing that.
Sure.
So,
what have you been watching, the internet?
Right, the internet. Tell us what you've been watching. There are several of you here. Tell us what you've been watching. What have you been binging or just watching to get you through the Corona madness? Have you perhaps watched Reefer Madness?
Not the same thing, Kyle.
Yeah, they are. They're both weird fever dreams.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't watched Reefer Madness since high school.
Did you watch the original or the Alan Cumming remake?
Both. I want to say I've seen both, but I think I've only seen them both once.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, so, watched it once in high school, and then like I don't know that I just wasn't in the headspace, or I don't remember really feeling anything about it. So
that's probably because you weren't on the reefers.
That's probably fair. I did not do any of that kind of stuff, and still don't do any of that kind of stuff because my job forbids me from being able to do that kind of stuff, and I like my job. So the things you sacrifice.
That's fair.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Did you see Taylor? She's also been watching Tiger King. Oh, and Westworld.
RuPaul's Drag Race, Tiger King, and Westworld.
That's quite the collection of.
And things. The Circle.
I don't know which one's The Circle.
I don't know The Circle either. But not exactly related to RuPaul's Drag Race, but did you see that our friend was on a recorded segment for Tamron Hall?
Which friend?
Our friend Floyd, who also goes by Deja, was a guest as Deja on Tamron Hall.
I did not see this.
Yes, that's the afternoon talk program.
I'll have to find that. Send me a link if you have it.
It hasn't aired yet. He just recorded it.
Okay, so cool. Once it's out, I wanna watch.
Yes, that was something. I mean, it's not exactly related to RuPaul's Drag Race, but Floyd is a drag queen.
Is. Right? Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, does drag. So
he's a drag performer. So all right, it's this, Amanda.
Yes, it is.
Big announcement time.
We're gonna have a big announcement, guys. Do you need?
We're gonna have a couple of big announcement times.
Can you have
No,
in post, you should put in an actual drum roll.
Yeah, we will. In post. When I edit this down.
Yep.
We are, Amanda and I. Excuse me. We've been doing these. Yeah, I maybe chugged too much O'Doul's. You're the one who made me being a hipster drinking game. I'm just saying.
It kind of is.
No. So me and Amanda, we've been doing.
With this big announcement, they're going to have more opportunities to play. So
it's true. So me and Amanda, we've been doing this podcast News from the Nexus now this is our 18th episode.
18
So
weeks.
we've been doing 18 weeks, which is, not a short amount of time.
But we were doing something similar.
And we were doing, the Tuesday night we show you comics, our Tuesday night live videos, that kind of thing. Long before that.
Yep.
And the thing about it, guys, and I'll just be honest with you, doing this kind of stuff isn't free.
No.
in fact, StreamYard itself, which is what we're using, and I love it, and it does so much for us, has a cost.
Mhm.
Hosting these videos on places where people can get them who listen to podcasts costs money. Adding the graphics and stuff, not that some of that I can build by myself for free, don't get me wrong, but some of it has a cost. And when we had a store that everything we were doing, a brick and mortar store that everything we were doing was promoting, that cost was kind of a part of the cost of doing business.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, now that we don't have that anymore, now that we are a virtual business.
Yep. We're exclusively on the internet and conventions.
Right. Unfortunately, we need to sort of go about trying to mitigate some of that cost. Does that make sense? Is that how, not mitigate some of that cost, but, come up with a way to make that cost more manageable.
Well, it's more, I would say it's more of an opportunity for you find folks who enjoy this to allow us to reinvest and make it better each and every time we do it.
That's where I was going next, is that, there are things like, you can see that our webcams are different quality.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear that our microphones are different quality.
I mean, this is my mic, guys.
Right. Hers is super broke.
Yeah. And then I'm in earbuds. Like, I don't have actual...
Mine is old, but at least I have arms.
Right. I don't have that. I have it's sitting next to me on a table.
Right.
I don't have a nice arm to put it in a really good spot. I don't have good headphones because I have free earbuds that I got from my Roku.
Right. So anyhow, we would like to continue to do these things for you, and we would like to do it at a high quality. Mm-hmm. Me doing this from a room at my house, is only going to last so long. Things like that. And so we have come up with an opportunity where you guys can help us to reinvest and do better and bring you more content.
Yes.
And let's be real, it's not an insignificant amount of content. It's a lot of content.
Oh yeah, no, we have a lot planned. Like we want to make it worth your while. So not only by doing it, you get to help us make the show better, but you're also just going to get a ton of stuff thrown at you.
And you're going to get to be part of it.
And you're going to be a part of it. Exactly.
Yeah, don't miss that there will be a lot of stuff that you can be a part of. So with that said, we are launching a Patreon. The whole idea behind Patreon is that if you guys enjoy us and you want us to be able to do things, you can help us to do things.
Yep.
And so we've got several opportunities. Hey, Jason Plowman's here. Say hi, Jason Plowman, so you can put your face on the screen.
For the people to see.
Right. So we're starting a Patreon. Basically, we have several tiers that you can give at. And we're willing to go above and beyond and to help you guys, to create more content and do more things. So for as little as $1 a month, you can have our undying love.
It's true.
You receive our undying love. No, seriously, thank you for helping us do what we love. We love doing these videos. We really enjoy doing this and interacting with you guys. And we would like to be able to do it more and do it better. I'd like to buy a green screen. I'd like to have Amanda have a high-def camera. I'd like for me to have a high-def microphone. Things like that.
I know we both would eventually love to have our own studio, whether it's just for our own personal use or if it's something that we then open up to you guys as well. We would like to have a podcast studio where we can put the soundproofing up and we can have that green screen capability. And you can
where Amanda's cat won't moon you in the middle of the show.
Where my cat will not walk across the screen, which I'm surprised we've gone 26 minutes without her doing it.
It's true. So, then we have, for $5 a month, you're first in line. You get our undying love. You get your name in the YouTube description as an OG.
Yep.
And you get access to our videos on YouTube a week before the rest of the world. So here's how this is going to work, guys. These videos are going to go away tonight at midnight.
Yep.
And then they're going to come back in 2 weeks. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you get them in a week.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's like being first in line at a convention. It's the same as everyone else, but you were first, and no one can take that away from you.
It's true.
Amanda will tell you that I'm usually the first in line at most conventions, and I usually don't get anything special out of being first in line, but I'm first, and that means something to me.
I mean, there was that one time at that one C2E2 we went to where we got to hold the C2E2 sign, but that
well,
was
or
it.
the year the guy's stuff kept falling off the pipe and drape, and I held it, and he gave me prints.
Yeah.
Like that was cool. Like, but most of the time it's the same as everybody else. We get for $10 a month, you get more of the madness. It's an extra, at least a half an hour of extra behind the scenes content and conversations from all of our podcasts.
It's
from
gonna be
Amanda and I.
Yeah, it's the stuff that we don't need to spend too much time on. We've already recorded some of this stuff too. So once we launch and stuff, some of these rewards are going to become available very quickly for you.
Right.
And this is one of them. We've already recorded from last week. We have a whole half hour talking specifically about Scrubs and Community, in detail.
Right. The more of the madness is like being a fly on the wall or the guy in the FBI stakeout van. Only you know what this is like. The Kai Pod show, which I know some of you have watched, will be becoming a Patreon only exclusive. So for $15 a month, you get access to the Kai Pod show, and you'll get a #2BaldCrew sticker or pin. Something like that. Some 2 Bald Crew swag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
swag, so.
Right. If you guys have questions about the Patreon, make sure you put them in the comments, and we can call you out. You can interact with us later in the show in a minute. We have a $20 a month tier, which I like to call the Sorkin level, which means you get to play Puppet Master. You get once per month, you get access to our Monday night Zoom call where we plan the show, and you get input on the content of our next live feed. And you get live shout-outs at the end of the video after you subscribe.
Yep. So what we do is we get together usually every week on Monday to play in the show for the next day. There she is. We're going to open that up once a month to you to join. So if there's something, a topic you want us to focus on and talk about, we can do it. Because you're going to be giving us input and you're going to be kind of in control for a little bit of it. Okay.
We lost your microphone. Yeah, your microphone is off. Did she unplug it? Did she press the M button on your keyboard? Yeah, no one can hear what you're saying. Nope, no one can hear what Amanda's saying. So I'm going to keep talking while she plays around and figures it out. Look at the bottom of your screen in the middle check and make sure it doesn't say mute in the middle of your screen at the bottom. No idea. For $25 a month, would you like to play a game? It's a bonus video show once a month where you can see Amanda and Kyle play games. This will be our way of introducing you to cool games. Plus, you never know who might join us. That has nothing to do with it. That's just the stand. Hey, you're live on the internet. Here, until Amanda gets her stuff together, we'll go like this. All right. Your name, if you do the would you like to play a game level, your name will appear at the scroll in the scroll. You see there down here at the bottom of the screen. Your name will appear at the scroll in the scroll at the bottom of the screen. For $50 a month, you get swag. You get limited edition Nexus 419 swag. Normally everybody gets swag, but not here. Just you and a very few of your friends. We will come up with swag that you can get. And then for $100 a month, you are the VISP of them all. You get to pick a convention we're going to, and you get to go as part of the crew. You get in with us, you get to dress like us, and you don't have to get yelled at by me unless you want to. Guys, all of these obviously stack with previous tiers. And like I said, Patreon is one of those things is that, every time we put out new content, let's see if Amanda's back. Nope. So, the thing about Patreon is that it lets us. Oh, hold on. Add to stream. Try now. Nope. I'll let you work on that and I'll keep talking. Anyhow, so the thing about Patreon is it lets us come back and invest more in this and to do more content. I've got several other podcasts in the works. Another one from me, maybe some more from our friends that Melzak perhaps, or a couple of others that we're very interested in doing. And we can bring you more podcasts if we have more funding, I guess, to do those things. So if you are interested in supporting us, the Patreon itself will go live later in the week. Our goal was to do it tomorrow, but instead I opted to get another project done for tomorrow. So Patreon will probably go live on Friday. It could go live as early as tomorrow, but we're planning for Friday now. Again, and that's just to support us with doing more of this kind of thing. This is something we both really love doing, and it's just hard to do and hard to justify some of the costs without having a brick and mortar store to support them. So, you guys can help us with that. And then because of your help, you will get to be involved in things we do. So does anybody have any questions about Patreon, about why we're doing Patreon, any of that kind of stuff? Please, please, please. Facebook or YouTube, because I'm on both places. Amanda's back. Let's try now. Maybe you need to just restart your whole computer. You're talking into a microphone that I can't hear you. Anyhow. Second, guys. This is top level podcasting here. But again, if you have any questions about Patreon, you have any questions about why we're doing it, please just ask. We're gonna do Q&As at the end. Did you switch to your built-in microphone in your sound settings? Still can't hear you. Huh. That's weird. I heard something just then. Nope. Well, we lost Amanda. We broke Amanda. Ooh, I know. I know how to fix it. So anyhow, yeah, we're gonna move on from the Patreon talk. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. We'll work on it. But these are the things that we're learning and we're trying to get better. I heard her clap for a second, but then I couldn't hear anything else, Pat. Let me double check and make sure on my end, Google Chrome, I should be able to hear her. Let's do this. All right. That's better. I can hear you now already.
Right?
Yeah, that's better. I can hear you now already.
Well, yeah, because I'm on my phone. I'm on a completely different device because apparently my devices have decided to not work anymore. So yeah. I don't.
Dirk says it took her much longer to break than I thought it would.
Well, and this is just, guys, please, all of you, just give $1.
Right, give $1 to Patreon, and we won't have to deal with this. I could buy Amanda a new microphone.
Yeah, so like this doesn't happen again. Oh goodness. I don't like this though because I can't.
So what? You can't what?
Being on because I'm on my phone, guys. Like I'm not on the laptop anymore. I'm on my phone. So obviously the camera's already a lot better. Mm-hmm. But I can't actually see your live comments unless I put the comment chat up over my own face and screen. So
no. I will read the comments. I will do good. I promise. All right. So again, guys, like seriously, if you could give to the Patreon, support the Patreon so that we can at least get Amanda a decent streaming rig.
Right. This is awful.
I will sell plasma or something to update mine if we can get Amanda a good streaming rig.
Thank you.
Not that my plasma is worth anything. It's mostly chemicals.
That's fair.
So like I said, if you have any questions about our Patreon, want us to go over anything again, please just throw your comments in the stream or in the comment section and we will come back to it. All right.
I don't even know what he talked to you guys about or what lies he told you about the Patreon.
None. I literally just read the Patreon page. Okay. I was like, David Gabriel at Retailer Summit. All right. We're going to do the other big announcement we have is this guy. There we go. That we are officially announcing the launch of the Nexus419.com shop. So if you go to Nexus419.com and click on shop, we have, I would have bet all the money I have that we had 100 items in this store and it's 99. Pat, that's true. Pat says, hopefully we'll be able to stream together soon and we'll only need one rig. That's true, Pat. Well,
Pat,
hopefully.
I've seen the promised land. I can sit here in my pajamas and stream versus going out in public and having to sit next to him. I would much rather sit in my pajamas and podcast.
Both things are true, but the idea is that eventually we'll have our own place where we can podcast and other people can come in, and then other people can sit at home in their pajamas while we're on one rig. But for right now, we need to update Amanda's rig. So if you go, but back to the website. Chad, we will come back to the Patreon, man. I appreciate you. Dirk says he'll donate one item. I'm going to guess that item is Werner's poured all over your microphone because it fixes everything.
Does it, though?
Probably.
Well, I don't have any Werner's. So.
Oh, Dirk says he'll donate one item to the website for balance. Dirk, it's all right, man. I literally am just terrible at counting. But yes, Chad, we will come back to it in just a minute, man. All right. So if you come into the Nexus419.com and you click on shop, we have some of our important key books on here. So like Avengers 87, which is The Origin of T'Challa the Black Panther.
That's a cool book, guys.
Right. $159.99. $160. You could pay with PayPal. You can pay with your credit card. You can check it out. And because you're on this stream tonight,
yep.
Check this out. Boom. If you type in at checkout the OG, you get 15% off your purchase because you're an OG.
This is a super secret code. Like, we're only putting it here in the stream.
Right.
And we're going to take
And by the time this goes live on YouTube, in 2 weeks, that code will have expired.
It's true.
So, those of you who watch on the replay,
we want people to watch on the replay.
There will be a replay code. I will put a separate code in here for the replay. But we'll put a separate code in for the replay. But yeah, right now, if you type in the OG at checkout on the nexus419.com/shop, you can save 15%.
That's not
off of any purchase on the website.
Nice little chunk there.
Yes, it's only taken me 6 months to build this out.
Rebuild
it. But there was a lot of, and Jarrett, who was our web guy who helped me a lot on this. He'll tell you, man, that there was a lot of this we were figuring out as we went along.
Pat,
Pat broke the rules today in order to get some very important files. I don't know what that means, Pat, but
I'm assuming it means he stopped social distancing.
That's fair.
In which case, shame on the Patrick Koala.
Well, second Daredevil or second Bullseye.
Yes.
So, like I said, we've got some really cool stuff on the site, guys, and keep checking back regularly. Even if there's not something on there right now that you're into, keep checking back. I'm adding new product every day.
It's true. He spends a couple hours every day. He sits at this actual very rig, and he puts books up.
So. It takes a few hours to get 25 to 30 books a day on here.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the goal, is to add 25 or 30 books a day. Here we go. Here's another good book to look at. By the way, the photos on the website are the photos of the actual books. That way you can get an idea of condition.
Yes.
Well, here we go. We have first Frank Miller Daredevil.
That's a good book.
Origin and Apparent Death of the Death Stalker. It's $100, but with your 15% off, boom, $85.
There it is.
I'm just saying, so you can check out the website. There you go. So make sure you check out the website, the nexus419.com/sales or /shop. Sorry. And check out the things we have on there. We are going to be, more and more content on the website now that things have, slowed down and are in a different phase. We're going to be doing that. So, again, go there and at checkout, use code the OG.
The OG.
So there you go.
Drop comments now about the website while we go back to Patreon for Chad.
Mm-hmm. Amanda?
Yes.
Can you entertain the people for a minute?
No, I cannot.
Please?
I guess I can do that.
All right, Chad, when I get back, we'll go over the Patreon again. But Amanda can talk to you guys about Tiger King or something.
Oh, I guess I'm not allowed to talk to you about Patreon. All right, guys. So, what are you guys doing? Talk to me. Any questions? Do you have any pressing questions about The Office? Because that's what I've been watching a lot of lately is The Office. Here we go. I'm trying to get to the right thing so that we can easily talk about stuff and things. So what are you guys doing? How is quarantine treating you? I am essential, and therefore I still go to work every day. I was at work today, and I will be at work through Friday, and then I'm taking a short little vacation break because my employer would like for us to take some time off. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking some time off next week. So I'll probably be a little more active on the stuff and things, and we'll probably, film something for the that $25 tier, the Let's Play game tier, which we're gonna go over in more detail. Now,
all right, I'm back. What did you talk about?
That I'm taking a vacation next week and therefore have a lot more time. So Friday's my last
vacation.
Right? Friday's my last day.
I'm not taking a vacation.
I think it's how it works. And it's true. Dirk, that is exactly right. Like, they are all horrible. They should all be in jail. But like a car wreck, highly entertaining.
It's fair. All right, so we'll go over Patreon one more time.
We will.
Just so y'all know, we've been doing this for 18 weeks of this show and our regular Tuesday night show before that we did for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But when we had a brick and mortar store, all of that stuff was to benefit the brick and mortar store. Mm-hmm. It was all promotion for that. Well, now that we don't have that anymore, we want to be able to push forward in this new phase of our business and our thing. And that means that's why we started Patreon. We want to be able to do more high quality videos, more interactive videos.
Well, and this way I'm not coming to you, on my cell phone.
Right. After her laptop, which, let's be honest,
it needs an upgrade anyway.
Right. After her laptop decides that it hates her because she let her cat walk on it.
She walked across it like she does all the time, and now this time is the one time that it broke
broke the internet.
Yep.
So your cat is Kim Kardashian.
She might be.
That's fair. So Chad asked for us to go over the Patreon one more time. So we're going to do it. Patreon is just a way for you guys who enjoy our shows to support our shows, to enable us to have higher quality content, higher quality equipment to make more content, and of course, to make more content.
Yeah, we wanted to. That was one of the big things. Like, we've been talking about this. I think it took us 2 weeks to nail down the tiers and what we were going to include in each tier, because the thing is, you work hard for your money.
Right.
You do. And we want you to feel like you're getting your money's worth if you decide to, pledge to us. And if you're unable to, that's fine. Or if you can only give a little bit, we wanted to make sure that there were tiers for that as well.
Right.
So we wanted to make sure that, even if you only got a little bit, you got something.
Right. So here are our tiers again.
Yes.
For $1 a month, you get our undying love. You receive our undying love. No, seriously, thank you for helping us do what we love. We love doing this, but as you can tell, we could be better.
We could.
And some of that has to do with technology. Some of this has to do with, I'll be real honest, I have to spend a couple hours a night working on the website and a couple hours a day working my other jobs and a couple hours a day doing freelance graphic design in order to make ends meet right now. Yeah. So, these are things. The Patreon helps us spend more time doing this.
Yes.
So even $1 a month helps. $5 a month, you get to be first in line. You get our undying love. You get your name in the YouTube description as an OG, which I love you guys. You guys are my original gangsters. So that's why we love the OG. And you get access to our videos on YouTube a week before the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So remember, these videos come down at midnight tonight, and they come back 2 weeks from now on YouTube.
So, for example, today is the 14th. At midnight tonight, this video will go away, and you will not be able to watch this video again until the 28th of this month.
Correct.
But if you pledge at that $5 level, you get it on the 21st instead.
Right, you get it a week earlier. And you get access, you get special access almost immediately to all of our back issues, all of our back episodes, as soon as I get those re-edited and uploaded.
Yep. You also have those as well, yes.
Yes. But then for $10 a month, so that's like, and this is one of my favorite lines, it's like being first in line to get into a convention. It's the same as everybody else, but you were first and no one can take that away from you.
It's true.
For $10 a month, you get more of the madness. So not only do you get all of that stuff that we've just talked about, but you also get at least a half an hour of extra behind the scenes content and conversations from all of our podcasts. So just me, not only me and Amanda, but me and Peapod and any of the other podcasts that we're developing. I'm developing a couple of other podcasts right now. So any of the others that wind up being part of our network, you get extra content from all of them.
Yep.
It's at least a half an hour every month.
Yep. We'll probably, once we finish up here, we'll probably stay on for, a little while, and we're going to chat about some stuff, and you're going to get that information, that content. That's stuff that no one else is going to get. Except for your fellow Patreon subscribers.
Right. So more of the madness is like being a fly on the wall or the guy in the FBI stakeout van. Only you know what this is like. The KaiPod Show, which is the other podcast I do with my dude Peapod of Peapod in the Morning from Toledo's 100.7 The Zone.
Yeah.
That is Kyle and Peapod talk about both sides of nerddom. So we talk about the fandom and the business sides of all kinds of nerddom. It's a great podcast. We often have guests. But that will be a Patreon exclusive now.
Now I have a question about the KaiPod Show. You guys did take a little bit of a hiatus. Will the back catalog become available to Patreons?
Everything I can get. There was a season, there was a first season we did that we may not be able to get access to just because of the way that worked. But I will do my best.
Okay.
But exclusive access to the KaiPod Show. We like to yell. He and I are both bald, and we like to yell kind of a lot. So two loud bald men yell at you about things you care about, and you will get an exclusive. You'll become an exclusive member of the hashtag 2BaldCrew. So you'll get a pin or a sticker that says 2BaldCrew on it, because we are the 2BaldCrew. And then for $20 a month, it's the Sorkin level, which means you get to be a writer on the show. Once per month, access to our Monday night Zoom call, where we plan the show and input on the content of the next show. Plus, you get live shout-outs at the end of the video after you subscribe, and everything we've already listed.
So the way that works is, so you subscribe to us, and we get that notification. When you subscribe and you pledge, we're going to get an email. That email is going to tell us that you subscribed, and at which point we're going to, the next video that we film, next podcast that we do, we're going to shout you out, and we're going to give you a big old thank you.
Like, shout out to the Dork Manning. If that's the name he chooses to use on Patreon, for backing us on the Patreons.
Yeah.
Things like that. For $25 a month, would you like to play a game? Which is a bonus video show once a month where you can see Amanda and Kyle play games. This will be our way of introducing you to cool games. Plus, you never know who might join us. We will be endeavoring to have guests either in person or virtually, where we can play games with that person.
Yep. It's just going to be more of, it's more of us, but it's, that one also will be a Patreon exclusive, correct?
Yes. And what's cool about that is if you back us at that level, okay, and I'm not saying just once, I'm changing this. This is a new thing. Your name will be in the scroll at the bottom of the episode for as long as you back us at that level.
Yep.
So when we record those, I'll put a scroll at the bottom of the video with your names on it. And that's it, man. For $50 a month, you get swag. You get limited edition Nexus 419 swag. Normally everybody gets swag, but not here. Just you and a very few of your friends.
And then, of course, all of these tiers, as they build, they include everything from the tiers below them. So at that $50, not only do you get exclusive swag, but you're getting the gaming show. You're getting to be part of the Monday night Zoom call. You're getting to be a part of the, get the KaiPod show. You get all that extra content.
And here's the thing, guys,
videos.
This is based on stuff we can actually provide now. I'm working on a number of other new podcasts, a video review show, or a movie review show where we watch the world's most terrible movies like Iron Sky and talk about terrible movies. I did.
Oh, did you finally get through it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I was setting all this up later. Well, I was setting all this up earlier. I watched Iron Sky. I want to cry.
It's bad.
It's bad. But we'll talk about terrible movies and we'll review them. There's a podcast that I'm pitching really hard, starring one of our friends who sometimes joins us on our videos, called Shut Up Melzak. That I really want to talk him into doing, but we got to get him a co-host. So we're working on that. Just there are other things in development that will become part of this.
I don't know. I could co-host with Melzak because I do tell him to shut up a lot.
No, that was going to be a video game. That was going to be a video game playthrough show.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I play Animal Crossing, but that's about it.
I play Crossy Road. But no, these are podcasts are only going to be possible with help of the Patreon. Unfortunately, there's a limit to how much we can do if we have to keep funding it all ourselves. And I don't know what you just did, but it got all rattly. It sounded like you put me in a bag of chips.
No, I'm on my phone and I was on my data and I heard it starting to do stuff. So I was like, I'm going to get on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah. No, it sounded like you put me in a bag of chips.
Absolutely not.
Oh, really? According to Dirk Manning.
Oh, really? What?
I don't know. But then the last level we have on our Patreon is the $100 a month level, which I don't really expect anyone to back us at $100 a month. But if they do, they get the coolest prize of all because they are the VISP of them all, which is a Mona Lisa Saperstein reference if you've not watched Parks and Rec.
Yes.
You get to pick a convention we're attending and go as part of our crew. You get in with us, you dress like us, and you don't have to be yelled at by me unless you want to. Some conditions do apply. See store for details.
If you're there, you're probably going to get yelled at some point. That's just how it works. But you'll be nicer.
Yeah. So that's the Patreon. So that will launch probably Friday. I would like to launch it earlier, and I will if I can, but it will likely happen Friday.
Yep. Which means your first payment shouldn't be due until May 1st.
A month. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. So your first payment won't be deducted until May 1st. If I'm remembering correctly, we need to look into that, and we'll put in a little addendum here if he figures something out. I don't know.
Yes. So those are the things. Those are our big announcements. Patreon and the launch of the nexus419.com/shop. Remember, guys, the coupon code, the OG, to save 15% off the website right now. Does anyone have any questions? Pat said he needed some very special PDFs earlier.
I don't know what kind of special PDFs you need that would require you to leave places, but
unless it was Kickstarter.
I was to say, I think we both had that same light bulb go off.
Right, the light bulb moment.
That get in the game light bulb moment. All right.
Yes.
I'm done with it. All right. Questions? Comments? We will drop a link here on Facebook. We'll put it on Twitter.
No problem, Chad.
It'll be everywhere. Once we have the link to the Patreon, once everything is live, we're going to blast it out there on all the socials. So make sure you are following us. That's, obviously facebook.com/thenexus419, Instagram @thenexus419, Twitter @anime and comics, and also @thenexus419. I think that's all of them.
That is all of the socials. And it will also, obviously, there will be a link for it. There will be a link for it on the nexus419.com. Concerns? What are your concerns, Andrew?
I know. What are your concerns?
Unless he's saying questions, comments, concerns.
Well, we didn't want concerns. We just want.
Right, I don't want your concerns.
No.
Questions, comments, snide remarks.
No snide remarks either. We want to keep it positive in this stream.
Well, snide remarks for Dirk. Directed at Dirk only.
That's a whole different thing. Or Pat.
It's a whole. Ooh. Pat. I'm going to develop that podcast.
What? Where we just make fun of Pat?
I'm going to develop a roast podcast just for our friends. That's going to be a thing I'm going to do. All right. like I said, guys, a couple more
Friends,
minutes.
come be the
This
guest
is
while we make fun of you.
this is the Q&A portion. If you have Q's, we have A's. If you have questions, we have answers. Please just put them in the comments. Again, I can see your comments on YouTube or Facebook.
So if wherever you are, yeah, we can see them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what do you guys think of StreamYard other than Amanda breaking it?
I didn't break it. Don't be that guy. Rude.
I like that better.
Okay.
I changed the colors.
Got it. Messing around with it alive. What are you doing?
Well, it's real easy to mess around. See, because I never did this. I never put that up in the corner.
You didn't. Well, you suck at life. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm new at this.
All right. I think that's going to be it for us, right? Like,
yes,
no
that seems to be. So. That seems to be the it's for us.
Right. Yep. Watch the socials for all the Patreons. Because once that's live, we're gonna let you know. The website should already be on the Facebook page, so you have a direct link right there. There's also a link to the YouTube and the other socials if you don't, need those. Those can all be found right there in our Facebook description. So. And
on the Nexus419.com. So the Nexus419.com/shop. Use code the OG at checkout to save 15% from the website.
Yep.
So.
All right.
We will see everybody next time. Thank you for being here. Bye, everybody.